What it do, family? It's your girl Tamika.
And your girl Shamika.
And we are back with another video. Shout out to the family, S&T Squad. Man, I love y'all the long way. Thank you so much for coming back and tuning in.
And if you are new, make sure you smash that subscribe button.
Smash it!
Turn on those post notifications too, so you know when we're dropping these videos.
Yo, man, we gotta talk about something because it's like starting to bother the heck out of me. Y'all know I love to be able to have these conversations about real life stuff. But Trey Songz, man, it's another allegation. This time by former WNBA player DANIELLE. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Dylan. You know, you can pronounce it so many different ways, but it's so triggering to me because, like, all right, look, when the last girl, you know what I'm saying, accused Trey or whatever, it was Selena Powell's best friend. Now, I'm not saying that Eliza was not credible, but what I'm saying is sometimes birds of a feather flock together. And we've seen a lot of different situations where Selena Powell has been caught up in numerous lies against certain people. Okay, now it's not to say that Eliza practiced the same thing that Selena does, but I was a little bit on edge. I'm gonna be completely honest, like, okay, it could go both ways in this particular situation. Then we had a situation with Keke Palmer. And I'm not gonna lie to you, now that I believe wholeheartedly because I just don't see Keke as a person that's like problematic, you know what I mean?
Not at all.
She's always had very, very good relationships with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and those, you know what I'm saying, and people like that. So I didn't
She's
really,
a lovable person.
for real, I didn't see her telling a fib in her particular case. But I was surprised by the number of women, you know what I'm saying, who did not believe Keke. You know what I'm saying? When Keke was saying that she was in a situation that was very uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at her previous tweet and then we can come back and talk about it. Let's take a look. She said, "This is preposterous. How I'm in this video, Trey. After you found me in the closet hiding because I was so afraid of any more conflict. Literally, my last option was to hide because you would not listen when I said I did not want to do the video the first time. Just because you get someone food and alcohol and throw in a little sexual intimidation doesn't mean it will buckle. Yet you still disrespected me as a young woman who you've known since she was 12. You still defied my wishes and in turn showed me your lack of respect for a brand that took me 14 years to build and put me in a video against my wishes. Come on, bruh. I clearly said no and you said okay, yet I was secretly being filmed when you told me let me show you the idea. Wow, that is what I'm referring to in my previous post. This is sexism and misogyny. I refer to it because if I was a dude, he wouldn't even have tried me like this. Let this be a lesson to all. I'm not for the bullshit. I'm serious about my business and you would not use my likeness without my permission. When you're in front of a boss, you treat them like one. I like I treat you. No means no. People have to listen to women and stop questioning them and their intelligence. Speak up, because when you look someone in the face and they say I understand, you don't have to feel pressure to do the video and they still put you in it is a violation. It would be great to be able to handle things privately, but why when they aren't respected? Now, as you can see in that particular tweet, it didn't go as deep as some of the allegations that this lady is making, but it did make it a point to prove that Trey Songz, first of all, exactly,
it's a damn problem.
Something wrong, and you know, she was very uncomfortable, and I can see him throwing a fit if he don't get his way. I really can. Sometimes these men, they get so caught up in a celebrity to where they're so used to women saying yeah. Once a woman say no, it's like unheard of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I totally believe Keke. Now, you're going to go with former NBA player Dylan. Now, she's somebody who I wholeheartly believe. Yeah. Now, a lot of people is crucifying her because of how she did the public outcry. Now, we don't know, I don't know, or I wasn't able to find any information if she pretty much reported this or anything, or just let it go.
Just go publicly across the internet.
Yeah, a lot of people, that's what a lot of people's problem was. Like, okay, why are you guys bringing this to the internet, you know what I'm saying, before the police? But I will have to say this part too. Sometimes women go to the police, okay? And then nothing happens until there is a public outcry. Like when you think about the situation that just happened with the truck driver, where he was given 110 years, a lot of the public got behind that man and his story, and his sentence was reduced to 10 years. Now, in fact, he did go through better protocol, but he was already locked up. But there's so many times where you see these stories, you know what I'm saying, where people going to the police, it gets no type of traction whatsoever, and then you report it on social media, and then it takes off. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I can't understand why people will use the public of opinion before the court system, because sometimes
before doing it solely by themselves. Like,
and I'm gonna be completely honest, and a lot of people might attack me in these comments when I say this, but I'm just be honest. To me, black women are very unlikable. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like sometimes we can go to the internet with a specific situation, and automatically, you know what I'm saying, I feel like people side with the dude, especially if he's a dude of celebrity, before they would ever believe that woman. When you think about all of the numerous cries of some of the victims of R. Kelly, nobody believed it. Nobody wanted to believe none of these women until they was like, you know what, the police is not doing anything. In this case, they did that. They went to the police and they still wasn't getting help. So it wasn't until the Lifetime movie came out to where they got traction.
But even still, in the light of that, there's still some women that's out there that really just be like, some people, men and women, that just like, oh, whatever, go R. Kelly. Like, it's not even that serious. Like,
and that's what I want to talk about in these comments. What is it about these women, you know what I'm saying, that date these celebrities or entangled with these celebrities that you do not believe? Because I mean, even the situation right now where you have Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying? I see millions of women, you know what I mean, like not believing Meg, and granted, you know what I'm saying, there's things to the story that is a little iffy on both ends, you know what I'm saying. However, a lot of people feel like victims are going to take the perfect protocol sometimes when they're victims. Sometimes when you're targeted or you're a victim of any type of abuse, you're not going to do things correctly.
Logical minded, because you're going to be traumatized. You're not really going to know like what you're not gonna really know what to do, because this is the first time you're experiencing this, so it might be like nerve-wracking and you don't know what to do, who to tell what to, or you know,
or who's gonna believe you,
right? Because as you can see, like sometimes, like when you go to the authorities, like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta go through a number of hurdles before they believe you, which is ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous. So I want to really know, I want to talk about it in these comments. Dylan, man, her tweet really caught me by surprise because it was very, very simple. As a matter of fact, let's just take a look at the tweet. She simply says, Trey Songz is the R word. Lord, forgive me. I couldn't hold that in another year. Then she says, see you in 2022. And that was it. Now, as you can see, I don't see her doing anything for clout.
Yeah.
Because she's already a celebrity.
Right.
Okay. She already has a very prominent following. Okay. It just seems like to me, that is the end of the year, and if she's anything, she's letting everything fly. And if she's anything like me, she's reflecting on the whole year right now, trying to figure out what she could have did better. Exactly, and I mean the way that she said it, she just blurted it out, and that's what a lot of people had a problem with, because they like, how will you blurt something like that heinous out like that? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I want to know how y'all feel. What do you believe, or what do you feel about the tweet? Do you feel as if?
Do you feel like she was wrong for just throwing it out there, or like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just want to know a little bit more of the background, like
the background of what?
On her behalf. Like, did she tell somebody else, or is this like everybody just finding out like, oh, it's the end of the year, like, boom. Like,
but see, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of victims don't cry out to nobody.
Right.
Because of embarrassment, shame. It's a lot of things. That's why sometimes I feel like it is so easy for a person to be able to say what they would do in a situation when you're saying it on the same mind.
Exactly.
But when you're in the middle of a situation happening, I mean, how logical are you really going to be? You know what I'm saying? And then you have some victims that don't even report anything until days after the crime, because they're trying to figure out if it was even a crime.
Sometimes even longer than that. Sometimes. So,
and in this case, it looked like it might have been a situation with Dylan. Like, who knows? I don't know if this situation happened before she became in WNBA. She's a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? First of all, and it's just like, it's hard to pinpoint when it might have happened because of how she said it. She said, I can't go into another year with this on her chest. So like, how many years have you been holding and harboring this before you said something? So I think that's where a lot of the problem is coming from. But look, man. I mean, this is numerous people. Like, this has been like 4 women, 4 different allegations on Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And even in a particular situation that happened in Miami in 2018, where the situation happened, I mean, he did come to the internet, and we're going to pretty much show you his tweets. Let's take a look.
So Trey Songz tweeted, I usually stay quiet on this, but I feel that in many ways, the movement to fight for the women who actually have suffered harassment and abuse on various levels has been hijacked by those who find it convenient for themselves to come up as they seek to destroy someone's life. This seems to be the same response from every man in this particular situation, but it was very well written, whoever wrote it. Then he says, y'all remember Jane Doe that claimed I sexually assaulted her in Miami? She wants me to pay for her therapy and the rest of her school because of all the trauma she's been through. And if she actually went through trauma, I feel like that would be sufficient. You feel what I'm saying? And then he said, you would choose to believe what you want. I've been focusing my energy and time on good things, and I know the devil wants my soul more now than ever. He said that he's going to keep his head high and continue to push forward. If you holding me down in these moments, he said that he truly appreciate that. And that's that on that.
Now, as you can see in these tweets, you know, he went to go defend his name, but then at the same time was saying the woman wanted to be compensated for many things. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, I really didn't understand why he would say that part.
Right.
Especially when he settled with her later on.
Right,
you know what I mean? So are you guilty or not? Because you
yeah.
came to the internet crying about the things that she wanted. Oh, yes, she wanted therapy. She wanted this. But then you give it to her. So I'm confused. I'm
what
super
did you
confused.
do? Or like, did you do it or not do it?
It seemed like to me what he wanted to do was damage her character, even though he was guilty. And that's what happens. You know what I mean? Like, men could do this stuff to women like day in and day out, and the first thing they want to do is assassinate the woman's character. You know what I'm saying? She done been on this John. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But this man never gets in trouble for sleeping with that woman. The same woman they passing around.
But it's never that. It's never that.
It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be
okay for them to do it. But when a female does it, it's like, oh, she's a hoe. Like,
facts. It's never going to be it's never going to be looked at the same when it comes down to men and women. Men can have many bodies, you know what I'm saying, and still end up with a nice wife. You know what I'm saying? Where women can have the same mileage and people will look at her completely different. You know what I'm saying? And it's never going to be the same. You know, but I want to know how y'all feel. Do you think that this is one cry too many? And that this has a little bit of truth to it? Because at this particular time, man, I don't think all of these women are lying. I just don't. There's something that Trey Songz is going to have to do to correct his behavior. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something, I mean, and some of the things these women saying he was doing was downright nasty.
Yeah, allegedly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
It's gross.
It's some insane stuff. Like, you'd be like, damn, like,
I mean, it's like R. Kelly Jr.
Right!
It's R. Kelly Jr. Like, for real. Like, I mean, and I don't
think of that too.
And I don't understand. And I mean, if one female flat out was like, it just came out of nowhere. Like, you just do that? Like, I was just, I was trippy.
Like, is the lights just switching on and off like that?
Like, I get people gonna have like their different amounts of freak in them. I understand that part, but like,
nah, that's not no freak. That's some more other shit.
That's
like,
different.
That ain't...
Yeah, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Don't be bringing that around. That, you know, that's why he scream like, yeah. That's why he be doing that all the time. Trying to be peeing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, shawty, like this. He be releasing shawty like that. Junk is crazy, boy. Trigger, you got the right name. You know what I mean? For real, he be triggered like something ain't right with dudes. Bro.
You know
I don't
what?
care.
I can't.
And this is what happened, man. So many men are able to hide behind their handsomeness and you know what I'm saying?
Because
it's still
don't believe that shit.
I was seeing women in the comments were like, well, he just chose wrong.
Take my panties off.
No, this one lady was like, he chose the wrong one to pee on. Yeah. And I'm like, so you want him to, like, that is crazy to me. I just won't get it. I don't understand it. Let's talk about it in the comments. Meet us in the comments. Yo, I love y'all, S&T. I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. And until next video,
we're gonna catch you guys.
We're gonna catch y'all, dog. Peace.